All right, let's go. Class.
Yes.
Now, all you shiny, happy people that decided to show up this morning, thank you. You look, you know this is a full class. A lot of people decided just not to show up today. They're missing out. They're missing out. Or they're not missing out because they're just still sleeping in bed. So, means of central tendency, I'm going to show you guys how to do this by hand and how to do it on the calculator. Calculators are nice, they do everything for you. So, you guys make sure that you're taking notes on the calculator portion. So, page in my notebook that we're on today is 25? Yes? Okay, 25. There we go. All right, objective, blah, blah, blah. Mean. Okay, not just a math teacher. Okay, mean. There is a mathematical formula. See what I did there? That was a math joke. Because math teachers are mean. The sum of the data items divided by the number of items. So, symbology. Sum of x. That's the Greek. Okay, the symbol. Sum of x divided by how many? So by sum, that means I add all the numbers together, and then where I divide it by the number of items. So hopefully you guys could actually get that. There's also another thing that you're going to see. It's called x bar. X bar is actually another symbol used for mean. X bar is another used for mean. And I know you guys are going to forget about it because I'm going to talk about it here in like 15 minutes, and you guys are going to forget because you didn't write it down. Calculating the mean. So bar graphs show the price of a movie ticket for 9 selective years from 1980 through 2019. Find the mean price of a movie ticket for this period. Round to the nearest cent. So dollars and cents. Okay? So we're going to start by adding these. So to do this, we're going to add them all together. So we're going to do this part on top. So that's going to be 2.69 plus 3.55, 4.23, 4.35, 5.39, 6.41, 7.89, 8.43, and 9.16. So we're going to add those together. So I'm going to start by using my calculator on this one. And I'm going to set it up just like I see it right here. Let's go Scratchpad. And so I'm going to set it up as a fraction. So Control, divide. And then I'm going to start entering all those things that I have there. So all those numbers, I'm going to enter on top. So 2.69 plus 3.55 plus 4.23 plus 4.35 plus 5.39 plus 6.41 7.89 plus 8.43 plus 9.16. So I have them all listed right here to make it a little bit easier if you guys can't see it on your paper. So how many values do I have there? I have 9. So the number on the bottom has to be 9. So on my calculator, I'm going to go ahead and down here, I'm going to put this over 9. Yes? All right, so let's go ahead, and since I'm looking for a decimal, how do I tell my calculator that I want a decimal for my answer? Control Enter, very good. So Control Enter, and I should get this number right here. And it said we're rounding to what? Nearest cent. So if you're thinking of dollars and cents, how many decimal point is 1 cent? 2 decimal points, right? So I'm looking at this, and this 5.78889, 2 decimal points. So I'm looking at the 5.78, right? But then that's the number I'm looking at. I'm looking at this 8. And to round, I look at the number to the right of that. If that is 5 or above, I make sure 5 or above, it goes up. 4 below, drops off. So that's an 8. So that's going to make this answer 5.79. 5.79, right? 5.79. There you go. So my average price, my X bar, $5.79. That is the mean. Yep. 2 of those, 1 of those. Does that make sense? All right. So now let's take a look and just do it using the calculator only. So I am going to enter this just using the calculator, and I'm not going to have to do all the formulas. I'm not going to have to set up the formula. So I'm going to start by going with okay, so for you guys are going to go home. I know you're writing these things down. You're going to start with home. Okay, we're doing new document. And where do you think I should go? Do we have a bunch of numbers to add together to something? Yeah, so that's going to be my list. We are going to have a list in spreadsheet. And I'm going to say this is price. You can call it movie ticket price. You can call it whatever. Then we're going to go through and enter those things, starting there, going all the way down. So I got 2.69, 3.55, 4.23, 4.35, 5.39, 6. I think that's 4.1. I need to go back to my page. Okay. 894316. So 7.89. 8.43, 9.16. So we labeled it. We put them all there. And we're doing the same steps like we did before when we had this before. So I scroll up, go to this open space right here, just click on it. Okay, all you need to do is just highlight it. I don't want the little cursor in there. You just highlight it. Menu, statistics, stat calculations, one variable. So I know you guys are writing these down. Step by step writing these down, right? Did you get these? Where's here? Where's here? You didn't get today's, did you? You did? Oh, I'll grab them. All right, so once we get to there, I know you guys are writing these down. One variable statistics. One variable statistics is what we're doing now. And it's not on your phone. It's really not. No matter how many times you stare at it, I'm about ready to confiscate it because you still have to come pick up your notes. Damn it, it's like I'm talking to the wind or something. Put your damn phone away. Come get your notes. Man, you just said you didn't have the notes. See? Cell phones ruining people's brains. TikTok. I blame TikTok. Was it TikTok? Instagram, Snapchat. Yeah, it's one of those. I blame everyone else. All right, so one variable statistics. So let's click on that. Number a list. We only have one list. We could do multiple lists if we want to, but we're not going to get into that. Hit OK. And my list was whatever we named it, and I named this one price. Click on that. Everything else should be fine. And from here, just hit OK. We got an issue? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get new ones. But the school has to buy new golf carts for every admin on campus before we can get batteries to even replace what we have. What's up, homie? Yes, there's one more thing. No. Did you label it in the first place? Did you write the word price on yours? It? Good way to go. There we go. So, what is this little weird thing? What's this X thingy right here? That's the mean, isn't it? That's the mean. That's a symbol for mean. Anyone recall what I called it? X bar. Very good. X bar, there is my number again. So we have the mean. Doctor, we got some issues?
Yeah, you can't see from there.
Oh, come on up. Come on up. I'm pretty sure that one's going to never be here. You want to take that first one? Can you not see from right there?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Alright, so you got all that in there, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So, what are we doing? We're doing
statistics.
okay.
And then,
That calculation. And after that, we want what did you need? Okay.
yeah.
All right. So, ow, dang it, ouch, my knee. All right. So I'm also going to throw out some other stuff. So see this right here, sum x? That's adding all those numbers together for you. So if you needed to find what just the sum is, it's right there. Let's see, what else we get over here? Oh, standard deviation, all that other good stuff. Now, what do you think n represents? What do we say n represents? Number of data or number of things that we're plugging in, right? Okay. What do you think this min means? The smallest number, right? Okay, that's a good one. So the smallest, so it basically puts it in order for you. Median. You guys ever heard those ones? Ever heard the word median before? Yeah, that's actually one of the things we're going to be finding later on. What do you think max is? Largest number, right? Dang, it's like my calculator does all the math for me. I just need to learn how to plug it in. Right? Yes. That's why it's muy bueno. Alright, so where are we at here? Now, here's the same thing here where we have calculated mean for a frequency distribution. Many data values occur more than once and have frequency distribution used to organize the data. We can use the following formula to calculate the mean. Now, this is slightly different because I'm not giving you every single point. I'm going to tell you how many times that point happens. Does that make sense? So instead of writing the number 55 3 times, I'm going to give you a frequency table that says that 55 happened 3 times. Instead of saying 55, 55, 55, like we did on yesterday's notes, we're now going to just see this number is happening this time. So, it'll make more sense when we're doing this here. Here is the frequency table. To the right shows students' response to the question, how stressed have you felt in the last 2.5 weeks? On a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being not stressed at all, 10 being stressed as possible, use frequency distribution to find the mean of stress level ratings. So, I'm going to show you how this works mathematically. We're going to do the data on this first. So this right here is the stress rating. How many times did it happen? 2 times, right? So instead of saying 0, 0, instead of adding to numbers 0 plus 0, I'm going to do 2 times 0, which gives me how much? Okay. And so to do this next one, of 1, we add a frequency of 1. So that means I would be adding the number 1 time, right? So it would be 1 time, which gives me 1. This next one here, it's going to be the stress rating of 2 happened how many times? So it's going to look like this. It's going to be 2 happen 3 times, right? So mathematically, you would tell me that's 6. But over here, it would be 2 plus 2 plus 2, like that. Do I want to write that many times, especially when I'm getting into these down here, where do I want to write the number 7 31 times? No, I don't. Or yes, you do? Yes, you do. It's fun. Okay? So we're going to fill in this frequency table for each of these. We're going to fill this in. So now the next one's going to be 3 times 12, 4 times 16, 5 times 18, 6 times 13, 7 times 31, 8 times 26, 9 times 15, and 10 times 14. some of these you might actually need to go off to the side to do your math to try and figure out what they are. So let's see, we have 36. That's going to be 64. 5 times 18 is 90. 6 times 13 is 78. 7 times 31 is 217. 8 times 26 is 3. What is it? 208. 208. Okay. 208. Let me see. 9 times 15 gives me 135. Okay, good. And 10 times 14 is 140. I can do that one. So having a frequency table, my calculator's smart, but it's kind of annoying because it asks for every single data point. This one doesn't actually work very well on that. So to do the math, I have it set up here. So instead of adding together each one individually like we have been, I just add together the sum of each one. So I'm going to add so let's go back to my scratch pad. Back on my scratch pad. So I'm going to do the same thing like I did the first time. Control divide. So on the top of my fraction, I'm going to add together all these numbers I just did. So it was 0 plus 1 plus 6 plus 36 plus 64 plus 90 plus 78 plus 217 plus 208 135 140. And we also got to try and figure out how many numbers do I have. This one's kind of weird, right? How would I figure out all the numbers that I have? Add together what? The frequency. Very good. Very good. So we would add together the frequency. So on the bottom of my fraction, for this one here, I would add together my frequencies, which starts off here on the bottom. 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 12 plus 16 18 13 31 26 15 and 14. So I just hit enter first. What did that give me by just entering enter first before I divided it and actually got a decimal? What information does this give me? Very good. How many numbers? What's the frequency? How many numbers there are? There is 151 of these numbers. So we get 151 of these. And now if I want the actual number, control enter. it's going to be 6.46. Okay. Let's say the mean is going to be about 6.46. So on average, since this is dealing about a stress thing, they rate themselves 0 to 10 about 6.5. That's how much stress that they're having, right? Is that what you guys are feeling right now? Yeah. Is this difficult? It's not too difficult. It's almost like it's as easy as reminding everyone that their earbuds should be away during class. Okay, because I shouldn't have to do that because it's easy to remember. Because you know you shouldn't have it on. Alright, so we got the mean for the data. Okay, they did the math on top. 975, isn't that what we had? We have 975, so that's the number on the top. That's the sum of all those values. All right, now we're going to do the median. So I'm going to do median here, and then we're going to take a break. And I'm going to let you work on some of these problems here. Median is the data item in the middle of each set of ranked ordered data. Okay. So, let's see. To find the median, arrange the data item order from smallest to largest. If the number of data items is odd, if n is odd, the median is the data item in the middle of the list. Okay, there's a middle number. If the number and the data is even, the median is the mean, that means the average. I take the two numbers and divide it by 2. The middle data items. So let's go ahead and we're going to do this one. Are these numbers in order? Say no. All right, let's put them in order. What's the smallest number? What is it? 84? So 84. What's the next one? 88. Next one? 90. What comes after that? 95 and 98. So to find the middle number, the easiest way I think to do this is to just mark off from either side. One from either. Bam. Bam. Okay. Bam. Bam. So the middle number is 90. Super easy, right? Gets a little bit more complicated the bigger the numbers. Let's do this one. So now this one is going to be in order also. I want you guys to do this first yourself. I'm gonna start putting mine in order, so finish up what you got. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead. I got mine in order, so one from each. Bam, 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 and right here, I have 2 in the middle. What did it say to do if I have 2 in the middle? Besides, message someone, be like, hey, yo, what do I do? Are you messaging people to figure out what you do? Because me and Coach have this agreement. If people have their phone out during my class, it's big 30s. Or each time I have to tell someone that it has to go away. Is it away? Do you know what away is? Because it's distracting, because every time it goes off, right? I know. It's an issue, baby mama drama, okay, but, you know. Anyway, alright, so what did we say we have to do here? Add the 2 together and, yes, divided by 2, split them. So it's going to look like this. So 28 plus 34 divided by 2. Add those together and I should give me, what's that, 62? So 62 divided by 2 is 31. You guys agree? Alrighty. Alright, so I'm going to pause right there, and then I'm going to give you the homework problems, and I'm going to let you guys get started on that while this stuff is still fresh in your brain. Alright, so hopefully you stopped when I asked you to finish up your problem. So right here, let's take a look. It says finding the median using position formula. Let's pretend like you have 151 data sets. So that means 151 points of data. Do you want to put all those in order? No, you don't, do you? So there is a formula for that. So it's going to look like this. We take, to figure this out, it's going to be n plus 1 divided by 2. How many numbers are we going to have? That's n. We add 1 to that number, and then divide it by 2. So for this one right here, are all these ones right here already in order? Say yes. Do you know why? Yeah, you could read them and see that they're in order, right? So how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 of them, right? So this is going to turn into 9 plus 1 divided by 2. 9 plus 1 is 10. Divided by 2 is? So I want the 5th place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th place. And this is going to help out especially with the frequency tables that we do. Because you don't want to write out like we did that one with 151 different numbers. So we use the formula. Oh, hey, look. It's that same one that we did. Do I want to put them all in order? Not really. They're kind of already in order though, aren't they? Even though it's as a frequency table. So to figure out the place value I want 151 plus 1 divided by 2, which is going to be 152 divided by 2, which comes up to, what's that come up to? Is that 76? 76th place. So since we're dealing with the frequency table, I'm going to show you how to do this to get 76. All we have to do is start counting until we get 76 numbers. So right now we got, here's 2. There's 2 numbers there, right? So that's the first 2 numbers. They're in order, the first 2 numbers. This one's going to be my third number, right? This one's going to be, after this, 6th number, right? Does that make sense how I'm doing this? No? Josiah, you're looking at me crazy. Seriously. Hey, all right, go ahead. That's what I need to do. So if I were to list these out, this would be 0 plus 0, right? Here's my or 0, 0. There's my first 2 numbers, right? 0 and 0. That's what that says. The next one would be, there's 1, number 1, right? Okay. So what place value is that in? That's my third place, right? Okay. So now, how about these 2's? Now I have 2, 2, 2. Right? What place value is this? 6th place, right? Now, does that make a little bit better sense? Hey, it's good. So I just have to count until I get to this point. Yes? So keep counting. So that's 6th place, and now I got 12 more, so that's going to be 18th, right? I got 16 more. What's that going to be? That's going to be, what's it, 34? Yeah, 34. Yeah. Not using these frequency table. This is actually the shortest way. This is using the formula. We got the 76th. Okay, you really don't want to see what it looks like in the notes either. No, you don't. Okay, 34th, and then it's add another 18, so that's going to put me at, what's that, 42? 40, 52? Is it? 34 plus 18? 52? Okay, so I'm still trying to get up to 76. Add another 13 is going to give me 65. And add another 31. 96. So after I finish this one right here, that was 65th place, right? And at 65th place, after that, I had 31 7s in a row, didn't I? So the 66th is a 7. The 67th is a 7. The 68th is a 7. The 69th is a 7. The 70th is a 7. 71st is a 7. Because I have 31 of these 7s in a row, don't I? And so, what do you think is going to happen? So right there, since at this point, I'm at 96 when I'm done with the 7s. So the number in the middle has to be a 7. Because again, I have 31 of those 7s all lined up. And the 67th place is a 7. Does that make sense now? Kind of? And just so you know, I am trying to make this easier, not harder. This is the way the book asked you to do it. Let me scroll this over. It asks you to write them out like this. And you stop at this number. So is it easier just to add together the frequencies until you get to the number you want? Yeah. All right, so we already did this one here. And I'm going to save the rest of these for, when's the next time I see you? Friday? Yeah, I see you Friday next, right? Yep. All right, so I'm going to end off there. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. And support my channel. Okay, buy something from my merch store.